Pyle Industries, which makes loudspeakers for cars, PA systems, and musical instruments, has added 50 people to its Huntington payroll with completion of additional space. Pyle's production facilities have gained another 25,000 square feet, and the total plant employment has been pushed now to 160.
As well. 21 Alive's Rich Porter reports.
While many car speaker companies are closing down, Pyle Industries in Huntington has been pushing to keep up. The increased demand for its product has meant good news for the Pyle family and for the city of Huntington as well.
The last 2 years, we've doubled our operation here. And this year coming up, we expect to increase by another 25%. Start in, we do the entire operations here with the exception of the metal stampings and the paper cones which we buy outside. We make a full range. We go from about a 3-inch size up to an 18-inch size.
It may sound like the latest of the video games. Actually, it's just one step in making a quality car product, Pyle says. From soldering the wires to winding the coils, the increased demand has forced Pyle to expand his production facilities by 25,000 feet and add 50 more workers to his payroll.
People obviously today want better quality. They're willing to pay for it as long as it's there. So therefore, our expansion and there's no end to what we can do, I feel.
And with nearly 200 products going worldwide, that's good news for the city of Huntington. Rich Porter, 21.
21 Alive News. Thanks to you, we're #1.
Back in an editing room.
We'll check it out later.
Today. One of the pleasures in life, you know, is just driving down the road on a beautiful day. You've got your windows down, but your stereo cranked up.
And if your stereo happens to be playing through speakers made right here at home, then you know that sound is powerful. We'll take you to where that power comes from right after this. A company I'd say all of you have heard, but just don't know it. Pyle Industries in Huntington is a family-run business famous for its Pyle driver speakers, found all over the world. In fact, they produce a sound even good enough for the personal cars of music superstars MC Hammer, Prince, Lou Rawls, and Linda Ronstadt. So sit back and enjoy.
Dirt road in the twilight, woods so cool and dark. Well, I was born in a small town, and in a small town.
No matter what your taste in music, you've probably listened to it through Pyle speakers. For over 40 years, 3 generations of the Pyle family have devoted themselves to the world of sound, which means they're found in a lot of cars driving down the road.
Our main market is the automotive aftermarket, which is about 65% of our business. We make 95% of all the organ speakers in the country, and we probably make 75% of all of the jukebox, or is referred to coin-operated equipment.
It's a quality tradition that began with Frank Pyle Sr., who started Utah Speakers and then Pyle in 1972.
Huntington is just really a speaker city. There's a lot of people that work here, and then their children have come along and worked here.
How many of these do you think you do a day?
Probably 3,000 a day. Yeah, my sons have some. Oh, I'm proud of them. I think they're really a good speaker.
More than 1.5 million of these speakers will roll out of Huntington just this year. Speakers still handcrafted and individually tested the way they were 40 years ago.
Basically what happens is the signal from the radio and the amplifier is fed in through the terminal board. It actually goes around this coil through this and basically makes the speaker pump up and down. And that actually throws out the sound.
And it's a sound like that, employees stand behind 100%.
This is basically what I have in my vehicle behind the truck seat.
And yours is a Pyle?
Right.
Why?
Because it's the best sounding system there is.
It just makes you feel real good to see it out there, to hear it, actually to have it in your own vehicle, which I do, and I won't take it out.
Unfortunately, I can't reproduce that sound that you hear. They have this listening room, and your heart is just pounding along with it. It's great. I mean, you'd love to have one in your own home.
Yeah, you don't get quite the same effect on a little 2-inch TV speaker, right?
I know it. You know, it's funny, too, because the reaction is all the same from a lot of people that I talked to today. They're like, oh, you're going to Pyle. We didn't know that they were made here at home. So I think it's real neat that they're made down in Huntington. And right now they're being run by the two brothers and then 5 sons. So it is a family business. And Lee was just joking that he hears him coming down Fairfield blocks away.
I just can hear him coming.
Hey, if you know of a product, another look at some of the folks featured at Pyle Industries who make the Pyle driver speakers. Thumbs up from those folks down there.
And tomorrow here on First at 5, Joe Gregory's On Your Side Consumer Report. We hope you'll be back to see us then and that you'll stay tuned for News 15 at 6 o'clock.
Bye-bye.
See an exclusive interview with the woman who may be a witness to the alleged rape at the Kennedy compound tonight at 6:30 on A Current Affair. Now, the CBS Evening News is making a difference next on Wayne TV.